Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Raggedy Pack, Season 2 of Game of Thrones. It's been probably a week or two since we watched.
It's been longer than that. It's been a little bit longer than that, let's be honest here.
Well, you know what? Let's fact check this guy.
I actually might be talking out my ass. Hold up.
I think you are, because
It's
the
loading.
last Game of Thrones
It's
session
loading.
was 16 days ago.
That's longer than 2
A
weeks.
little more than 2 weeks.
Round up, round down.
No. We
It's
don't
closer
round
to
down
2
here.
weeks than it is 3 weeks, so bite me.
We don't round down here.
Anyway, we wound up. Where did we wind up? What happened at the end of season 1?
Got
'Cause I'm
3
drawing a blank.
dragons.
Ah, yes, we do.
Well, we left off with our 3 plot lines. The dragons were born. Daenerys unified the people
Mhm.
and is now leading them. I
Well,
don't know if she
part of the people.
part of the people. I don't know if she's still like identifying herself as Targaryen or something different, but we have that.
Yeah.
Then we have the throne plotline, which the pending battle between Stark and Lannister, or I guess continuation because they have had some skirmishes and they still have Jaime. And we
Mhm.
also got some anecdotes from the council, Peter, Old Man, and Spider, for lack of better names, all giving like some impression of like I don't know. It's like they talked about making a claim for power. Like, what would you do if you're on that throne? But it's almost as they're just kind of observers of like the greater happenings of the realm.
Yeah.
And then we have what's going up at the wall, where they're all being rallied up to make they're like full send, like scout expedition beyond the wall. So very hyped up.
And we also had Arya leaving King's Landing
Mm-hmm.
with. Why is his name slipping my mind?
Gendry.
Gendry. God.
I would have answered faster if I wasn't taking a sip of coffee.
With Gendry, and I don't think
that's
they
pretty hype.
named any of the other kids yet.
Hot Pie
Um,
got his
well.
ass kicked.
yeah,
Oh, is he going to the wall too?
he is. Yes. Mm.
Okay, interesting.
And I want to say
little
that was really it. I mean, Sansa's there. She almost pushed Joffrey off a bridge, but she chickened
That I
out.
wish she did.
I know.
We had the Hound kind of like reeling her in or preventing
Yeah.
her from doing that.
And
his
did you mention
intentions?
that Tyrion's hand of the king now?
I did not mention that. That was
Tyrion's
pretty interesting.
hand of the king in Tywin's stead.
And he
Mhm.
intends to bring Shay with him, despite his father
Yes.
saying he is forbidden from doing that.
He did do that.
Yeah. So
Um,
I feel like Tyrion's just gonna spice shit up. King's Landing is just gonna become a wild place because I mean you got Joffrey, but then Tyrion, who I feel like I don't know if Tyrion's gonna be the one to reel Joffrey in. I don't know because their relationship is a little bit. We just saw him get slapped around by Tyrion, so I don't know how that whole ordeal is gonna go down.
well, it's got to be better than the fiasco that happened in the 9th episode, because they really messed up their plan by beheading Ned Stark.
Yeah.
Think this was like episode 8 or 9, but Jaime is currently a captive, so
Mhm.
that's a problem for the Lannisters. And yeah,
It is quite the predicament. No trade negotiations, I feel like, could go their way. Unless they maybe just... I get the only piece they have maybe is Sansa. And I don't know.
yeah.
At
And
least
they
for like a
think
Stark
that
for a Lannister.
the Starks think that the Lannisters have Arya too.
True. So I don't know how that whole plotline with Arya and Gendry is gonna go along, if there's gonna be a separation point where she just gets returned, or if she's actually just gonna like live the life on the wall and take the black. but that'll be interesting to see. I just am really looking forward to seeing more of her and Gendry. I feel like it's going to be like a pretty fucking wicked tag team. Want some more time because they seem to play off each other pretty well. Also, Arya is masquerading as a boy to avoid being found out. I think she's just going by Ari right now. Ari.
Yeah. Ari.
So I guess maybe there is a chance they don't find out. I don't know. Depends if the guy who is going to tell the Starks anything, which I feel like he would. But I don't know.
It's only one way to find out. I think that's all the plot points.
That is, yeah, that is all the plot points. You
At
just
least
really want to
from
fold it. Yeah.
that last episode. I mean, if there's more to discuss, by all means, but I don't really.
Well, it's been a fucking few weeks. Like, let
Yeah.
me talk a bit. Like, give me 15 minutes.
Go ahead.
So, like,
25-minute intro incoming.
that's fine. Put on time 3 speed. But so my big thoughts are right now the media focus is between Starks and Lannisters, but I don't know how soon Dany is coming with her troop of people, how fast she's gonna act. But she has dragons. I don't know how long they're gonna take to grow up, but at some point they're gonna be quite the menace. And that's just kind of off in the background right now. But I feel like it's getting closer before her time. And then it hasn't been touched upon for a while, but like I'm wondering how the Baratheons are kind of feeling about things. Are they just going to accept the situation as they are? Like, I mean, like, do they suspect anything? Or they just see like Joffrey as like the rightful heir? Like, okay, yeah, that's fine.
Oh, that's been
I mean,
discussed.
Has it been discussed?
Yeah.
I think. I mean, like, I guess it has been touched upon because the initial play was for Ned to go flee the city and basically regroup with Stannis and make a play for the throne. So I'm wondering if there's gonna be like when we're gonna get more focus on that and like what Stannis is gonna do.
Well,
there's one way to find that out. I'm still fucking talking here. Like,
no, you're going to find out very soon is what I was going to say.
And also, like, I mean, I guess this is a minor point. Remley was there, like, out on the hunt with Robert. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know if Remley suspects anything. Or has Stannis been? I honestly, I don't have a face for Stannis.
You haven't.
I have a face for Remley. Okay, good. So I hope he's cool. I hope he's not a bitch. I don't need more unlikable characters in this show. But maybe I already have too many characters I like already. Maybe I need someone else to hate in place of
his last name
Viserys.
isn't Lannister, so there's that.
True. But yeah, one other thing on the topic of Daenerys and the Three Dragons. I talked about it a little bit, but I actually genuinely hope. Like, I feel like she's got to give the dragons significant names or like meaningful names. I honestly hope at least one of them is named after the unborn child Rhaego, I think it was. Then Khal Drogo, one after Khal Drogo, and the third one I don't know. I mean, I think the horse, the Khal's horse, was on the fire pit as well, but I don't know if the horse has a meaningful enough to be named after. Maybe this is a shot in the dark. I don't know. But maybe I don't think she will, but maybe she names one after Viserys. I hope not, but like that would be pretty funny.
That would be hilarious.
He's a dragon, you know? But yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I do have some more thoughts, but like should I continue talking? Should I continue rambling?
If you would like.
Yeah.
I guess so. Right now, if we're talking about like major focal points for the series, Jon Snow, one of them, but he's up at the wall, so I do like the dynamic between brothers. One's fighting on the southern front and one's fighting on the northern front, both for equally good causes. Because if either fall, it's shit's fucked. At least for the Starks. One side the Starks, other side the entirety of the rest of the realm. So Jon probably has the more important battle going on. I feel like they're on the expedition against the wall. They're gonna find some fucking transformed Uncle Benjen. I feel like they're not gonna just have him be killed off screen. Maybe he's either still alive, like either like just fucking corrupted or undead, or he's still alive and he's just a badass. I think either is likely, but more likely than just not hearing nothing from him. And then going back to Robb, everyone's rallying again, like around him. But how old would you say Robb is at this point in time?
16.
Like 18? 16. Wow.
It's crazy.
Okay. That's young as hell.
Mm.
So he's still a child. And with that, like he's a lot of pressure on him to not fuck up. And like that's a huge burden to bear on his part. I mean, I guess he still has his mom there with him. But I feel like something's going to happen with this character this episode, like this season, like something major on a part, like all the stress he has of like trying to people rallying around him to be king. And like what part of me wants to say, like he just cracks under the pressure or something and some bad shit happens. But I hope not. So far he's been doing a good job, but ultimately he's still very young. And there's always so much he can bear, I imagine.
Right.
But yeah, a lot of other characters I can talk upon, like I need to know like about what Bran's doing and shit, but like my major thoughts are out now. So I think I'm good leaving it there. Maybe something in this first episode will refresh me on some like some shit in the back of my mind I did not escape at this point in time.
All right. Well,
Okay.
yeah, I think those were some good thoughts, and I'm excited for like, your theories and what you're thinking about when you see the actual outcome, if you were right or wrong.
Mm-hmm. I'm just completely wrong on every fucking turn.
Usually, yeah.
Usually, I think I've been cooking a bit so far.
I mean, you've been in your bag for sure. But no, yeah. I mean, it's always interesting hearing the theories that you've crafted in such a little amount of time. And obviously, Corey and I knows what happens and knows what does not happen. Mm-hmm. So it's always amusing when you've said stuff that's spot on and we're just sitting there like,
how does he know?
All right, what do we say now?
Yeah, for lack of better judgment, I still have been watching the reactions.
Okay, you idiot.
Okay, hear me. Like for the intro and outro discussions, unless like there's something funny I remember, like me calling you like a dumbass for saying fire is resistant to, or ground is resistant to fire.
Yeah.
But like for intro and outro, I just like let it play, listen to like a podcast. I'll watch like the reaction portion again to also like kind of see what I've didn't piece together, like just kind of give me better clarity. But like I'm not watching our faces, I'm just watching their like the reaction, like or the video.
Okay.
So maybe I'm looking at my face because I like looking at myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Figured.
But yeah. Nothing like to where like I'd be spoiled by me saying something and you guys audibly or not audibly, but react with expression.
Physically, yeah. Well,
yeah.
I don't know. I told you not to do it, so if you spoil yourself, that's on you.
I'm good.
So, all right. Well, let's get into this episode. But before we do, hit that like button, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any and all of our uploads on the channel. We got plenty of Game of Thrones going on right now. We have 4-week early access and 2-week early access available over on our Patreon. That link's in the description below. We also have full-length reactions available over there. And that is for full-length reactions for all the series on the channel. We're also going to be throwing some movies up for early access very soon, so be on the lookout for those. We'll make a community post about those. Honestly, actually, when this goes live, that might have already happened. So go to the community tab. That's where we'll post all of our Patreon updates. We also have a Discord where you get a lot of our updates. That link's down there, as well as links to our socials, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. And yeah, let's get into season 2.
Let's go.
Okay, we got the Hound.
Yeah, yeah.
God damn. He has a Morning Star.
Well struck, dog.
Put some respect on his name.
It was well struck, Your Grace.
I already said it was well struck.
What is she supposed to say? God, his face.
Sheesh.
Oh, man.
Here I am. Here I am.
Man's a little bit late.
Oh, man.
Oh, he's at the Captain America chest plate.
Sorry, Your Grace.
Are you drunk?
No. No, Your Grace. I had 2 cups of wine.
2 cups? That's not much at all. Please, have another cup.
You sure, Your
Okay.
Grace?
Yes.
We're just doing this?
To celebrate my name day. See that he drinks his fill.
You're gonna make that man chug. Okay, oh.
Yeah, bro's getting waterboarded.
With the wine?
Wine boarded, I
This
suppose.
is how you become
Oh
one of the
my God.
boys.
Oh my god.
You can't.
Did you say I can't?
I only meant
Can't be saying that.
it would be bad luck to kill a man on your name day.
The girl is right. When a man sows
Ooh.
on his name day, he reaps all year.
The Hound with the assist again.
Take him away. I'll have him killed tomorrow, the fool.
Oh my god.
A fool, you're so clever to see it. He'll make a much better fool than a knight.
Oh my god.
He doesn't deserve the mercy of a quick death.
Did you hear my
She's
lady,
spin.
Sir From this day, you'll be my new fool.
Sansa just saved a man's life. Okay. At least temporarily. Oh my god. The little armor.
We looked for you on the battlefield. You're going to be bigger than the Hound, but much better looking.
Okay.
This one doesn't like me. Can't imagine why.
We heard you were dead.
I'm glad you're not dead.
Me too, dear.
Death is so boring, especially now with so much excitement in the world.
Are those two the rest of the siblings?
My
Yes.
lady,
Yep.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Her loss. Her
Oh my
father was a
God.
confessed traitor.
But still her father. Surely having so recently lost your own beloved father, you can sympathize. I wish I could stay and celebrate.
But there is work to be done.
Got some real shit to do.
The boys.
Oh my god, he brought him with
This morning, Your Grace.
Tyrion. Goddamn.
Don't get up. More ravishing than ever, big sister.
What are you doing here? This is the small council.
Yes. Well,
They don't know.
I do believe the hand of the king is welcome at all small council meetings.
They're just finding out.
Your father has named Lord Tyrion to serve as hand in his stead while he fights.
Out! All of you out!
Oh, she mad.
Goddamn. I wonder why. Still upset about the
I'd like to know
soup?
how you tricked father into this. Robb Stark is a child.
Who's won every battle he's fought?
It's doing good so
Do
far.
you understand we're losing the war?
What do you know about warfare?
Nothing.
He's been in
I know
one.
people. You love your children. It's your one redeeming quality, that and your cheekbones. Starks love their children as well. And we have 2 of them.
One.
One
Arya, little animal, she disappeared.
disappeared. What? In a puff of smoke. We had 3 Starks to trade.
Now we're down to
Chopped
one.
one's head off and let another escape. Father would be furious. Must be odd for you to be the disappointing child.
Yeah.
Brother spitting.
He's really reveling in the fact that he's hand of the king. Also, I love how Cersei like started listening to him when she brought it. As soon as Jaime was brought up.
All our northern
Yeah.
Maintenance of a holdfast generally falls to the lord of that holdfast.
Generally, yes. But I've sent all the young men.
I remember
off
this guy's
to fight
name.
Robb Stark's war.
King Robb.
Me either.
But it's not his war.
King Rob.
Your liege lord. Do you remember your vows, sir?
Of course.
Put him in his place.
We can spare 4 masons for a week, my lord. Will that be sufficient to repair your walls?
I believe it will.
Can't remember who he is, but has a name.
It's really cool to see Bran taking over the duties instead of like having the old dude be like a surrogate.
About Rob.
Yeah.
We got wolf vision.
GoPro shot.
What is that? A comet? The hell? What's the reflection? A wolf, okay. Another dream? He was seeing himself as a wolf?
Perhaps. Hopefully
Interesting.
no more
What is
Hodor meat.
Boil this for an hour and drink the tea.
Heard some of the men talking about the comet. Say it's an omen.
Okay.
Say it means Rob will win a great victory in the south.
I heard some other fools say it's Lannister Red. Means the Lannisters will rule all 7 kingdoms before long.
Interesting.
Stable boys
Also,
say
this
it's
is the same
colour of
place in the
blood.
dream.
Mark the death of your father.
It's the Godswood
Godswood.
in Winterfell, I think.
Yeah.
Stars don't fall from men. Red comet means one thing, boy. Dragons.
Oh shit.
Nani?
Dragons are all dead.
Oh no, they're
Dead
not.
for centuries.
Nani?
They were. Transition.
I'm not gonna lie. This season is fire.
I mean, with the with all the shit they left off with, I'm hoping so.
Goated.
You're crossing a desert. Oh, let's go.
What did your brother say about them, Khaleesi? He said they...
Yeah, how much does she know
He didn't tell
about
you how he
dragons?
hounded me. My brother didn't know anything about dragons. He didn't know anything about anything.
True. Even after death, Viserys still getting dissed.
Eh.
I'm for it.
Damn.
Oh shit.
She was Drogo's first gift to me.
Damn.
I remember.
I promised them that enemies would die screaming. How do I make starvation scream?
A trick I never
Things have
learned,
not
I'm
been going
afraid.
well. Okay.
If we go south to the land of the Lazarene, the Landmen will kill us and take your dragons. If we go west to the Dothraki Sea, the first Khalasar we meet will kill us and take your dragons.
No one will take my dragons. So koi koi.
What's that mean?
The subtitle was fire.
So, I mean, I guess it makes sense, but they had to like run from Dothraki afterwards. These are the only people that chose to follow her.
Yeah.
You never have.
Yeah, this dude was an OG.
Yep.
His hair's long.
It has been growing. He didn't have that ponytail before, or it's very small. That transition, though.
So cool.
Forgot about this place.
It's a nice little shack. It's a bit bigger than a shack, I'll be honest with you.
Are those girls? Froster's
Oh my
daughters.
god.
He marries his daughters, and they give him more.
Okay.
daughters. And on it goes.
What the fuck?
Foul. It's beyond foul.
Again, what the fuck? Yeah, what happens to the boys?
Daughters. What does he do with his sons?
Kills them?
I haven't seen Benjen Stark in 3 years. Haven't missed him. Always treated me like scum.
Well, the shoe
Haven't had
fits.
any good wine for a long time. You Southerners make good wine. I'll give you that. We're not Southerners. Who's this little girl?
Oh my god.
You're prettier than half my daughters.
Calm down, brother.
Wet twat between your legs.
Holy shit.
What's your name? Look at that pretty little bastard talking to my daughters.
No one will talk to your daughters. You have my word.
You want to know where they've all gone?
They're looking. Careful, John.
Mance Rayder. Your old friend.
That's a name we've heard before.
He's an old friend of mine.
Oh.
You want to know what Mansread is doing?
What's he doing?
Gathering an army. What I hear, he's already
Okay.
got more men than any of your southern kings. When you're all the way north, there's only one direction to go. Wife,
Okay.
tell the Lord Crow how content we are.
This is our place. Our husband keeps us safe. Better to live free than die a slave.
No, didn't make
Okay.
you jealous, old man. See me with all these young wives and you with no one to warm your bed. I chose.
He's really bragging about this.
Oh, aye. And you chose the path with no one but boys on it. You've been wanting to sleep beneath my roof, I suppose, and
Him and Walder Frey would get along great.
the roof will be
True.
welcome.
To be besties.
Hard riding. Any man lays a hand on one of my wives, he loses their hand.
Damn. Okay.
And I see this one staring too long. I might just gouge his eyes out.
He's too handsome.
Your roof. Your rules.
What if they land a hand on him?
Don't know.
I mean, he didn't say they couldn't.
He just gotta close his eyes. Okay, bro, chill.
Who am I? You want to lead one day? We'll learn how to follow.
Yeah. Yes.
Where are we?
Yes.
What is this?
For the night is dark and full of terrors.
And cast your light upon us, for the night is dark and full of terrors.
For the night is dark and full of terrors.
Wow, Iggly doesn't know what's going on right now.
Is this how you treat the gods of your fathers? Are you so eager to spit
Wait.
on your ancestors?
Let me see those shields again. What's on? What's that? What's that symbol?
The smell of fear.
Lord of Light.
Piss and old bones.
Okay. New
Do you
faction?
want to stop me?
At first I thought it was a Targaryen symbol, but it looks different.
In the ancient books, it's written that a warrior will draw a burning sword from the fire,
That sounds tough.
and that sword shall be Lightbringer.
That sounds tough. Okay.
Stannis Baratheon.
Oh fuck. Okay. He's
warrior of
old.
light. Your sword awaits you.
Well, you finally know what Stannis looks like now.
Yeah. So like this is like some heretic ritual? What's he doing?
For the night is dark and full of terrors.
For the night is dark and full of terrors.
She's spitting.
Okay, wow. I did not expect this introduction from him.
This woman will lead him into a war he cannot win. Stannis is our king. We follow where he leads, even if we don't like
Who's the woman?
But he trusts you, Davos. If you tell him the truth. What's the truth?
Tell me the truth. Okay.
I declare upon the honor of my house that my beloved brother Robert left.
Wasn't my beloved brother? I didn't love him. He didn't love me. A lie. Take it out.
Keep it real. I like it.
That my brother Robert left no true-born heirs. The boy Joffrey, the boy Tommen, and the
I'm
girl
not keeping it
Marcella being
real.
born of incest between Cersei Lannister and her brother
Oh
Jaime
my God.
Lannister. By right
All
of
right.
birth-
Jaime Lannister, the King's Slayer. Call him what he is.
By right of birth and blood.
What's he doing?
I do this day lay claim.
Make it Sir Jaime Lannister, the King's Slayer.
The Lord of Light stands behind me.
And how many ships has the Lord of Light got in his fleet?
He has no need for ships.
I'm sure he doesn't.
Okay.
But we do if we're going to war.
Joffrey, Renly, Robb Stark, they're all thieves. They'll bend the knee or I'll destroy them.
Okay.
I owe you an apology.
He's bringing business. All right.
You have chosen the new god over the old gods.
Don't
May
drink
the Lord
that.
of Light watch over us all. A cup of wine to honor the one true God.
He drank it? He's... Barely holding on? Okay. Is she immune to it? Okay.
The night is dark and full of terrors, old man. But the fire burns them all away.
Yeah, she's built a little different.
Yeah, something's going on.
So
this Lightbringer business. Is crazy.
She's my favorite character in the entire show.
Really?
Yeah.
Rob's right there, bro.
Rob's number 2. Melisandre's soundtrack is gas.
Gonna have a talk with Jamie again.
You don't trust the loyalty of the men following you into battle. I trust them with my life, just not with yours. Smart boy. What's wrong? Don't like being called boy? Insulted.
Don't fall for it.
He doesn't have to.
The wolf?
Insult yourself, Kingslayer. You've been defeated by a boy. You're held captive by a boy.
Is he about to do something?
Perhaps you'll be killed by a boy.
Okay.
Stannis Baratheon sent ravens to all the High Lords of Westeros. King Joffrey Baratheon is neither a true king nor a true Baratheon.
Secrets out.
He's your bastard son.
Let's fucking go.
Stannis is the rightful king. How convenient for him. My father learned the truth. That's why you had him executed. I was your prisoner when Ned Stark lost his head. And your son killed him so the world would learn who fathered him. And you pushed my brother from a window because he saw you with the queen.
It's all coming out. I wonder what Joffrey has to say about this. The proof is right there.
Like a couple of fishwives. You think my father's going to negotiate with you? You don't know him very well. But he's starting to know me. 3 victories don't make you a conqueror.
It's looking good so far.
3 defeats.
God damn.
I think he peed himself a little bit.
Shit, bite off his cock. then send him back to Cersei. Okay, I gotta say, Rob was pretty badass that scene. Holy shit.
That line is also one of my favorite lines in the show. 3 victories doesn't make you a conqueror. Better than 3 defeats.
I love it.
This is King's Landing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, it looked very different from like that balcony view.
And rum.
You can smell cum from the balcony.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love this thing. I love the noise.
The stink of what?
I want to fuck.
All right.
And so did the country. No one can know you're here.
No one will know.
They're all liars. Good liars, bad liars.
Peter knows
One
by
or
now, I
two
bet.
great liars. Ned Stark actually slept on this. As if the poor man didn't suffer enough.
God damn. Well, that's cute. I feel like something bad's gonna happen to her. Can't give Tyrion anything good.
Ned Stark's youngest daughter, Arya. We can't seem to locate her.
You could ask Varys where she is. Myself, I have always had a hard time trusting eunuchs. Who knows what
Throwing
they
the
want?
man on the bus.
I heard a song once about a boy of modest means. Found his way into the home of a very prominent family. He loved the eldest daughter. Sadly, she had eyes for another.
It's tough.
When boys and girls live in the same
Wonder who
home,
she's talking
awkward
about.
Situations can arise. Sometimes I've heard even brothers and sisters develop certain affections.
Said he could throw
Damn, we're
shade
dissing
too.
you.
Become common.
Wonder who he's talking about.
That is an awkward situation, especially
God
in a
damn.
prominent family.
That's harder shade. You can't come back from that.
Knowledge is power.
Seize him.
Okay. Just like
Cut
that?
his throat. I've changed my mind. Let him go.
Okay. Damn, she got
Step
upset.
back 3 paces. Turn around. Close your eyes.
We just playing Simon Says out here?
Power.
Cersei says.
Yeah. Yeah, she really put him in his place. God damn.
Power is power.
Not to say he didn't deserve it, but
First, your family must release my sisters. Second, my father's bones must be returned to us so he may rest beside his brother and sister in the crypts beneath Winterfell.
Joffrey and the Queen Regent must renounce all claim to dominion of the North. These are my terms. If the Queen Regent and her son meet them, I'll give them peace. If not, I will litter the South with Lannister dead.
King Joffrey
All right.
is a Baratheon, Your Grace.
Oh, is he?
Is he? Yeah, maybe I underestimated Robb. He's actually owning this shit pretty well. Theon. What's he doing?
My father has ships and men who know how to sail. Men who fought my father. Men who fought King Robert to free themselves from the yoke of the South. Just like you're doing now. We can avenge him together.
Very interesting.
You don't want Balon Greyjoy for an ally.
Given the history and what we've seen from Theon.
It's time for me to go home.
You can't go to Winterfell.
Why not?
It's tomorrow. You'll ride south to the Stormlands.
Why in the name of all the gods would
Because
you...
I need you to negotiate with Renly Baratheon. He's rallied an army of 100,000. You know him, you know his family.
I haven't seen Renly Baratheon since he was a boy. You have 100 other lords.
Which of these lords do I trust more than you?
Interesting.
If Renly sides with us, we'll outnumber them 2 to 1.
I will ride at first light.
How the fuck did Renly get that 100,000 men? I'll be honest with you, I was not expecting that out of him.
Tully's. We'll be together again soon, I
Tully's?
Your father would be proud.
What are they doing in here?
Turning this room to its proper appearance. My grandfather's stupidity in the field of battle is the reason Robb Stark is Uncle Jaime in the first place.
He's really talking shit.
I heard a disgusting lie about Uncle Jaime.
Mm.
And you?
Mm. How do you feel about that?
Enemies will say anything to weaken your claim to the throne.
Father had other children. Besides me and Tommen and Marcella.
What are you asking?
I'm asking if he fucked other women when he grew tired of you. How many
God
bastards
damn,
does he have
bro.
running-
Joffrey always getting slapped.
Put him in his place. They didn't see that. Yeah.
What you just did is punishable by death. You will never do it again. Never.
Dude, Joffrey's ego is fucking insane. Holy shit.
Taste is everything here. Littlefinger's a fancy man. Don't call him Littlefinger. He doesn't like it. Lord
No.
Baelish.
I'd say just censor this entire scene. Because you got
I
no
don't see
idea
why.
where boobs are.
What's going on here?
Orders.
Whose orders?
Someone who doesn't care what Littlefinger thinks.
The Queen? Is that one of Robert's bastards? No. Dude. It's a fucking baby.
That's brutal,
Holy
man.
shit. Wow. Okay, that's gotta be Joffrey's doing. Holy shit. He wants to kill all his siblings. Bro, no one see. Quite, how did he find out though?
My god.
Oh my god, bro, just dangling like that? God, Gendry got out at the right time.
Where is the bastard?
The Night's Watch! They took him over the King's Road, heading north!
How will we
Not gonna catch him.
He's got a bull's head helmet!
God, Gendry's so cool. That shit's so tough.
I hate that scene.
It's pretty fucking tough. Again, I'm assuming that's on Joffrey's orders, so he has no qualms with killing babies.
Does that surprise you?
No, he's a little shit. Who's upset? I mean, there's a lot to fucking say about.
Yeah. There is.
But yeah, I expected this, but Joffrey's just like completely out of control. Not even his mom can control him at this point. He was shit talking his mom and called her like, and also Joffrey bringing up that Robert got bored of fucking her to just fuck random women. Goddamn. Like, I actually felt bad for Cersei in that scene. Momentarily.
That's crazy.
Momentarily. Momentarily.
It's not like Cersei wasn't busy at the same time, you know.
Nah, getting dick from like every Lannister in the fucking
Her entire family
capital.
tree.
Yeah. Except Tyrion.
Yeah.
But technically, like, kind of, yeah.
Kind of not.
Technically, yeah. Like, you want me to finish the sentence?
No.
Okay. Corey, you want me to finish the sentence?
I think you're talking about the turtle stew. Or no?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
if that even happened, because when he was telling that story, like, he didn't know if she actually had some or not, right?
I'm going to assume, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's funnier.
God. All right, let's move on. Let's unpack more.
Okay, what are we unpacking?
Well, let's start with Daenerys. That was short. Didn't really see a lot of her.
Yeah, so things are not looking good for her. So anyone that stayed with her, it was just chose to be loyal to her. Whether it was like, I guess, her time as Khaleesi, they saw her as a leader, as opposed to serving, or just going with whoever was the next call in the Dothraki after Drogo's death.
Mhm.
In that band of people, it looked like, because I remember it was the people that they captured as slaves, mixed in with like the just some other Dothraki that like chose to stay with her, right?
Yeah.
Because she said like anyone who chooses to follow me, like,
Yeah.
like they're not, they won't be considered slaves. They're her new family,
Mhm.
pretty much. But they are fucking roughing it. No more horses. They only have 3 horses. And like they're just crossing a huge ass desert, which I think they called, what was it?
The Red Waste.
The Red Waste, yeah. And it's gone to the point where her horse, the initial gift from Khal Drogo, just died due to from exhaustion, dehydration, whatever you want to call it, just being rode down. Cannot keep walking. Like it looks like they have like 1 or 2 horses carrying all their supplies. Everyone else is on foot. But it's insane. So like she sends her last 3 riders out in different directions. I think that was said, because it was said pretty quickly. Just to look for like anything suitable, like at the edge of the waste, or like, because like they mentioned like if they go one direction they have to deal with some people, if they go the other direction they have to deal with the Dothraki again. So they're kind of fucked and are just trying to like escape to anywhere. Yeah, that's pretty fucking tough. So I'm gonna push back them like getting involved in the situation in the battle against Stark versus Lannister to the back burner for now. She's still like, there are other priorities for them. They're not enough
food. Yeah.
They need some food, and also like their numbers have greatly diminished. They're no longer backed by the Dothraki riders, so she can't really do much now. But given time, once those dragons grow up, still haven't gotten a name for them, by the way. They're going to be a menace. She actually, and also like there's a tidbit about like her not knowing much about dragons. I guess they didn't teach that in Targaryen school.
I mean,
You're granted,
I
like
don't know if this is a spoiler or not, so I might not say it, but
I mean, like given the age gap, like the age gap, she was like a kid when like her and Viserys started living in exile.
Sure. I don't know. Corey, do you remember it being mentioned at all?
Are you talking about in Game of Thrones or
when she was born?
I don't think it was talked about at this point. So let's assume that I don't know the circumstances of her birth. What I know you mentioned in the books she's meant to be young,
Yeah.
right? So I don't know what that means, given that the time between the rebellion and stuff. I don't know how that adds up and how that might be different here. So
I
yeah,
can tell you, but I just don't know if it's a spoiler or not.
I think my running thought now of she was either very young when all that happened, or she was birthed on the road, and like they never knew.
You're on the right track.
What's the age gap between Viserys and Daenerys?
It's like 4 or 5 years.
Okay, because Viserys clearly recalled like the Grey Dragons in the hall, whatever that shit was.
Yeah.
So he had time, whereas Daenerys might have been born a bit later on. But yeah, it was never really talked about.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, in place of her getting involved, we have Stannis with the Baratheons. Also Renly, who's surprisingly able to cook shit in the background. Did not expect that. But yeah, given that was pretty big this episode, the reveal of Stannis, who was like, old man, I don't know what I expected. I guess he's pretty much Robert's age, just maybe a little bit younger. Maybe older, I don't know, because it was Robert who led the rebellion. Okay. But yeah, didn't really like his brother. Even crossed out the honorifics, the courtesy remarks in the document. Told how it is. But yeah, we got some shit with the Lightbringer. Yeah, that's crazy. As I say, as I'm scrolling throughout my page of notes. But yeah.
Damn, bro, that's crazy.
The night is dark and full of terrors.
Yes.
Yeah, getting some mad like heretic vibes from them. They refer to abandoning the old gods for the new gods, and that's why the old man tried to poison the lady in red. I mean, I don't think they dropped her name.
They didn't.
You mentioned her name. I don't know if subtitles with captions of who's speaking would have told us her name prematurely.
I don't know if I said her name. I know her name, but I don't know if I did.
Yeah, when you said it was your favorite character, and then you said her theme went hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. It does go pretty hard.
I don't remember what you said, so I'm just gonna call her the lady in red.
Yeah. You can just call her the Red Woman.
The Red Woman.
Yeah.
Woman in red. But yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. We got some supernatural shit going on there. Granted, it's not the first we've seen of this stuff. The White Walkers and Daenerys being the dragon. It's not like completely out there.
What do you think of my boy Craster?
Your boy?
Yeah.
Your boy Craster?
Yeah.
Who fucks his daughters? That's crazy. That's the guy you want to lie yourself with?
I'm just wondering what you thought about him.
So
was he chill or nah?
This completely side tangent, like completely out of the blue. Let me tell you what it reminded me of. Have you ever played Morrowind?
Yeah.
Okay. How much of Morrowind did you play?
I don't know where you're going with this, so probably not enough.
Okay, so in like the bottom right-ish area of the map, for people who know, they know. There's a dark elf, part of the Telvari faction. Again, if you know, you know. He makes clones of himself as females and fucks them.
Oh,
okay.
So they are daughter-wife clones of himself.
It's delightful.
And like there's like fucking 10 of them or some shit. There's a crazy number. That is what that reminded me of. So yeah, Todd Howard got a little bit spicy before he like cleaned this shit up and made it very Lord of the Rings-esque with Oblivion. Yeah, so that's what it reminded me of. What the fuck? But he brought up some interesting notions, like of calling the North beyond the wall the real North, and the North that we know as like Winterfell is just the south to them, which geographically is completely true. But it also brings up the notion of like a double meaning of what this episode name call it being the North remembers. I do like that we're getting more shit of what's beyond the wall. They also brought up Mance Raider. Maybe he's a raider. Again, they called it, I think Craster called him a backstabber. But he's also referred to as a king beyond the walls, and is gathering an army, apparently bigger than any of the realms have seen. So the things seem to be spicy in the North, given that like they're just kind of living in very they're not like living in fucking huts and shit, but like more primitive structures, very like just kind of solo, maybe some smaller elements of civilization. I don't know, even like if the guy is like a huge ass army, I don't know how well equipped they are. Given like that, because like if they don't have any real like civilization established or city, they can't like they're gonna be rocking with like clubs and shit, you know, bows and arrow, like more rudimentary bows and arrows, like but like just very primitive gear, which I feel like I mean the numbers are huge, but like if they end up going against a lesser number of well-equipped people, like numbers, they're like a lesser sized well-equipped army, they're just gonna get like run through, you know,
dogged.
But yeah. But I don't know, maybe leather armor can like fucking actually do shit. Apparently it works for Tyrion's friends, the Hill Tribe, whose title I have to scroll up for because I know it was long. I think
Shaga, son of Dolph.
Okay. For some reason I was thinking Odin or something, but yeah, Shaga, son of Dolph. We'll go with that. Because I mean they're still alive. Granted, I think they got equipment from Tywin.
Yeah, remember he had the 2 axes. That was hot.
The 2 axes. I love that they're following Tyrion still. That's just funny. But yeah, honestly, banger opening. There's so much going on. And like it just got more complicated with Stannis, and now apparently Renly is a contender. Robb wants to do an alliance with Renly and I guess establish him as king of the realm while he gets the North to like kind of freed up and declared as independent, which I think is sick, but like I'm not a big fan of what we've seen of Renly so far. But
you mean Stannis?
No, is it Renly or Renly?
Renly with an N.
Renly.
I was gonna give you the correction, but at the same time I didn't want to cut you off and ruin the flow of conversation.
I gotcha. But yeah, I had an M in my notes. But yeah,
I was just thinking I was mishearing you. I never actually realized that you were mispronouncing his name the entire time.
That's my bad. Renly. Because like they touched upon it in a previous scene, like with the Knight of the Flowers, saying like the people love Renly, but like at that point I don't know anything about the dude, so I don't know. Like apparently that's a fucking thing. He actually has a sizable army. I don't know how much 100,000 men is in comparison to what the Lannisters and the Starks have amassed so far. Well, it sounds like a lot.
Rob said if they joined, then their forces it'd be 2-1. So 100,000 must be a lot.
So yeah. I asked like where the fuck he got those people from. You mentioned Tully's, but that's still like insane.
It is,
but that's
known.
crazy. But that's crazy. And also on the fucking factor of like alliances, there was a notion from Theon of doing an alliance with doing some sort of team up with the Greyjoys, because his dad apparently has boats and they need those to attack King's Landing. Boats are important. Don't like. I mean, I guess I don't know the geography of the land.
Don't look it up.
It shows it on the map, like in the intro.
Yeah, like, but
Pay
I guess
better
like
attention.
I will. Okay. But yeah, but like I think the alliance with I don't know which alliance is more going to be more uneasy, because I don't really like Renly, but at the same time there's history with the Greyjoys as well, and Theon was good this episode. He didn't have like his issues this episode. He was actually pretty
chill.
Well. Yeah, he was chill, and he was actually like, whether like he has like a deeper, like a second reasoning by suggesting the alliance, I don't think it's a bad move, you know? Like it seems sensible, at least. The Greyjoys did rebel once against the king, but at the same time, that was against Robert at the time. And now they're both, Rob is now rebelling against Joffrey who's the king. So it's like kind of a similar situation.
Yeah.
Granted, I don't know what the reasoning but like the reasoning behind the Greyjoy rebellion. But yeah. Also, Stannis fucking just Stannis really just at everyone. Joffrey's an inbred fuck. Like he said it to all corners of the realm.
At channel.
At channel. Like
had that trending on
crazy.
Twitter.
Yeah. Dude.
Bro dropped the twit longer.
Yeah, and I love as soon as like Rob found out, he started shit talking Jaime. God damn, he was so cool.
Yeah. Rob had some sick scenes this episode.
Yeah. Yeah. It was really sick. And
Rob's
then
the goat.
He's cooking this. They didn't give John a lot of screen time this episode. Very brief, but I guess so was Danny's scene.
Most of John's screen time this episode was just him staring.
Which apparently he can't do for too long, or else he'll
get his eyes gouged out.
But yeah, that's crazy. It seems like, at least for now, I guess at least this season, maybe, I don't know if it's going to overflow into next season as well, but the main threat is going to be Joffrey. And I mean, I don't want to say his descent into madness, but he's a kid with like all the fucking power in the world. So he's just going to go, his ego is going to go like crazy with that shit. He already has people killing themselves for his entertainment. And is killing anyone who is a bastard. Is his father's bastard. No, I shouldn't say father. And killing all of Robert's bastards. I was expecting greater disgust from him with regards to the rumors of his mom and uncle fucking. But maybe he doesn't fully believe that, but he's taken note of it.
I feel like if I was Joffrey, I wouldn't want to believe it. I'd be in denial. Like, ain't no way.
Yeah. And like Cersei playing like, oh, our enemies will make any number of rumors to like try to disclaim you from the throne.
Yeah. Cersei is a pathological liar.
Yeah. But actually, with regards to Peter, she has some good moments this episode. Because, yeah, really put him in his place. Like showed him who is actually in control, at least momentarily. Because Joffrey seemingly won't hesitate to kill his own mother at this point.
Yeah,
if she gets out of line, man.
Yeah, the fucking workers looked and then immediately turned away because if they kept staring, they might have died.
He was just trying to decorate his gamer setup, get some red RGB in there.
Yeah. But yeah, new faction, crazy. Can't wait to find out more about them. I hope the flaming sword is not just ceremonial, and there comes a time for Stannis to pull out a flaming sword in the field of battle. How effective that'll be, I don't care. That's just cool as fuck. Flaming swords in any
swords are cool.
Yeah, like that shit's just hot, you know.
Literally.
Yeah, and like then just insert that shit into the Iron Throne. And it just kind of slides right in there because it's flaming. It's already hot. But yeah, fun episode. I immediately want to dive into episode 2, which I think we are doing tonight.
We'll make that decision in a second.
Okay. All right, but yeah.
Is that it?
That's it. Was that long enough for you?
Nah, bro.
Okay.
I already went over my favorite part of the episode. Corey, do you have a favorite part?
Probably Rob talking to Jamie and getting the wolf.
Yeah,
scaring
tough
him.
As hell.
That's my number 2 favorite part.
Oh, I know your favorite scene from the episode.
Shit's fire, bro.
The night is dark and full of terrors.
That is fire. So, is that it, Nomas?
That might be it.
All right. Well, that's it for this episode. So if you enjoyed it, hit that like button, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Like we mentioned earlier, we have 2 and 4 week early access available over on our Patreon. That link is in the description below. Check out which tier, check out the benefits of those tiers. Make sure you pick the right one for you. We also have a link to join our free Discord and links to our social medias, TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. And with that being said, see you guys next week for episode 2.
See ya.
See ya.